Hello everyone, it's Patricia here and welcome to my channel. Today we are filming in a different location and we are doing a different kind of video. It's a combo video. So what I decided to do was do my July empties plus a Bring Back My Bar warm review. Now I wasn't able to get through entire bars of Bring Back My Bars, but I made sure I warmed each one, and actually 4 of the bars I actually warmed in the last month or two, so I did not include those, but and one of the bars I had a tester for. So I kind of warmed 20 bars plus a tester plus not quite 20 bars. But anyway, so what we're going to do today is first we're going to get into the empties, and I don't want this video to be too long, so I'm going to get right into it. I like to organize my things into bars that you can currently get. Then I usually do Scents of the Month, then I do retired things, and then I typically do Bring Back My Bars and then others, but we're just going to do a little reverse order today. So let's start with bars that you can get in the current catalog. I finished up a bar of Black Raspberry Vanilla. So most people know about Black Raspberry Vanilla. It's in the classics section of the catalog. It's described as sun-sweetened dark berries warmed with vanilla. And I mean, this is a great performer. It does really last. Very pleasant. I mean, it's been around for forever for a reason. It's great. I don't really have a lot to say about it, but the next bar is Citrine. Now, anybody that might have watched previous videos from me may know that I'm not a big fan of Citrine. It's described as a mix of sweet orange, pineapple nectar, and vanilla. So I have a feeling it's the nectar. It gives me kind of a takes my breath away. Yeah, oh gosh. Anyway, I find things go to die in my son's room because we usually have his warmers on at night, so sometimes I don't care if I'm missing out on the scent. So yes, this went to my son's room to get used up. That was not my favorite. I'd actually say that's probably one of my 3 least favorite Scentsy bars, but you know what? They can't all be home runs, can they? Okay, next we have, and the lighting in here sucks, but I can't film in my normal location and it's late at night, so I just have to go with the flow. This is Peach and White Amber. And Peach and White Amber is described as deep floral notes and earthy, provocative amber cast an alluring but decidedly elegant spell. So here we have our Scentsy person that doesn't really describe anything doing the scent description. This is available in bricks. That came out last year. I actually have a brick of this, and okay, so let me just tell you about this. This is a light fragrance, but it can go up to a medium, and I find for me, what makes it go up to a medium, it has to be in a room that's slightly cooler. If the room is too warm, it's like the amber just kind of evaporates, but if the room is slightly cooler, it is a terrific fragrance, and I absolutely love it. So it's an example of troubleshooting in your home, and I know exactly in my home where I'll be warming this when I break out my brick. But if this, just as a side note, we as consultants have access to the new catalog, and I don't really want to go into a lot of detail about what's leaving and what's coming, but this one, I will give you 2 hints. This one is not returning. So I guess I won't be reordering it. The last bar that I went through that's currently available, this is one of my favorites, and I really, really love it. It is called Skinny Dippin'. So Skinny Dippin' is basically fresh green apples. It says refreshing melons and juicy pears. Oh gosh, this is a really great bar. I find the melons, if you're like against honeydew melon, it's more, to me, it's more of almost like a cantaloupe. But this is really great. It lasts a long time. Okay, prepare yourselves. This bar will be retiring in the next catalog. So if you are a Skinny Dippin' fan, I would suggest you stock up. Now, I do have a prediction, and I'm just new at this Scentsy stuff, but I have a feeling they're going to bring this back in the spring and summer section only, because it is a very spring and summery scent. But I mean, it's great, so I'm hoping it returns. But I am not going to get into a lot of detail about things that are retiring and not, but I'm sure they'll leak out eventually. And also when I get my testers for the upcoming catalog, that's when we'll kind of discuss a lot of those things. Okay, so a scent of the month. Grapefruit Sunshine was May scent of the month, I believe. It is a really nice medium fragrance. It's basically brisk citrus, pink grapefruit, and subtle vanilla. And I find it's a good mix of all three. I've talked about it before. The reason I warmed this was because my husband hates grapefruit scents. This one he doesn't seem to mind so much, but a lot of grapefruit scents I have to warm when he's away. So the next scent of the month I warmed was Alpine Meadow. So Alpine Meadow is upcoming August scent of the month. It is described as wander through an expanse of wild red berries, lemon, and dewy greens. So I described this as what did I say? It was a sweet green note, green scent. But I kind of thought if you took bamboo yuzu, sweet cucumber, and Zen Garden and mixed them all together, I think that's what you'd get here. One thing I must say is it is a mild to medium scent. I find it fairly light, but it does throw well. So it does travel, but it's a light fragrance, and it lasts, in my house anyway, it lasts a long time. So yes, you know, sometimes they don't have to be boomers, but this is lasting quite a while in my house. I have not made any samples. I've warmed for this whole bar here, so. Okay, last we're gonna move on to things that are no longer available. So I just said that my husband hates grapefruit scents, and so I warmed through a bar of Citrus Garden. Now, this does not have grapefruit in the scent description. It basically says crisp lime, Meyer lemon, and a pinch of garden thyme. Throw all that out and just think pink grapefruit. This is very pink grapefruit-like. Yes, I don't know about all those other things, but if you love pink grapefruit, I would give Citrus Garden a try. And again, like my husband hates grapefruit, so that's why I went through a bar of that. And I also used a scent circle. And I did try to spray it with a Citrus Garden room spray, and it you know, it's kind of getting grungy looking here. It's all faded, and the string is, you know, totally stretched, so it's being retired. On that note, my husband did go through a Bonfire Beach car bar and didn't realize he was supposed to save me the car bar. He said, I thought I could just throw it out. I said, no, you can't throw things out. I need them. Anyway, Bonfire Beach is toasted marshmallow, white flint, sandalwood, and salty sea air, and ocean spray. And I asked him, what did you think of the Bonfire Beach? And he said, I liked it, but it didn't last as long. And so I said, well, as compared to the Blue Grotto you had before. He goes, oh, I like the Blue Grotto much better. And I think he put black raspberry vanilla in, so we'll see how he liked that one when the time comes. Okay. By the Sea, Counter Clean. Let's go into you know, other items that you can get that are not wax. By the Sea, Counter Clean. I love By the Sea a fragrance. It is basically, it says it's like basically the ocean air and dewy seaside grass. It might have been my imagination, but this one might have streaked the stainless steel just a tiny bit compared to the other fragrances. I'm not sure. I could be imagining that. But right now I'm using French Lavender, and just as a sneak peek, anytime I spray it and use it, my husband's like, what's that smell? My daughter's like, oh, what's that smell? So it's French Lavender is not going over well. And I don't really like it either, but I'm trying to get through it. Neroli Blossom Washer Whiffs. I've mentioned before that I was not a big fan of the washer whiffs in Neroli Blossom. And I have, oh gosh, the smell. Okay, it's Neroli Blossom, Pikake Jasmine, and I don't know if I'm saying that correct, and Delicate Tuberose. I don't know if it's the tuberose. I don't know. It's a very like, almost like when you pull a weed out of the ground, that smell, mixed with floral. It does. Maybe it's good that it doesn't scent this. These don't scent the clothes very well, because I don't know if I'd want my clothes smelling like that. But I do not recommend picking up the Neroli Blossom laundry pack. The liquid did get my clothes nice and clean, but I'm not a fan of the fragrance of the washer whiffs. I do not have the scent note, but in my Scentsy Go is Gogo Mango, and this is pretty much done. This pod. It's very tropical, fruity with a bit of floral. I don't have the scent notes, but it's nice. I'm a bit tired of it now. It's just faint now, so I'm going to be retiring that and getting a new one going here shortly. There's some exciting things coming up with the Scentsy Go, so stay tuned for the upcoming catalog. If you're not aware of the Scentsy Go, there's a button for a fan and a button for a light. So it will cycle through different lights as you press the button. Anyway, this is great for just using as a night light as well. So, and it does shut off after about 3 to 4 hours, I believe, of use. And oops, I just turned it on. Sorry. Okay, there we go. Turn off the light. Okay. Okay, so let's get to the bring back my bars. I'm trying to make this quick, and we're at 10 minutes in. Okay, so what I decided to do, I was thinking a lot about the bring back my bars, and I thought to myself, it's like there's categories, just like in anything. So we're going to discuss category by category, and I'm just going to let you know what I thought. So the first category I thought were kind of the fresh scents. And I mean, some things overlap, so please forgive me, but let's get the scary one for me out of the way. So I'm not a big lavender fan, and lemon is just okay for me. So we have lemon lavender. I warmed through 4 cubes in my open concept space. This was very, very strong. So strong that I thought to myself, oh my gosh, my mom was there, and she's thinking I'm crazy. Like, she's probably thinking, why does your house smell so strong? And I'm like, please don't say anything, please don't say anything. So I put it in one night, and then it was so strong that normally I don't leave those warmers on at night. I turn those ones off, but I let them go all night to try to like dampen the scent a little bit. So when I got up in the morning, it was still strong. I opened up the door of my bedroom, and it kind of hit me. But by the time I got home from work, I don't know if it had totally changed, but it did not smell the same way that it smelled when I left. So yeah, I would say like strength and throw was initially was like 9s, but the scent appeal for me was quite low, and on cold and warm, yeah, it's strong. Anyway, that would not be a repurchase for me. And keep in mind, these are all just my opinions, but if you have found that you and I have similar tastes or a totally different taste, that might help you decide. The next one we're going to talk about is Lotus Cove. I've said it's kind of a fresh scent. I'm not going to go into all the scent descriptions because we will be here too long, but Lotus Cove basically has sea air and lavender, and what else it has? I think it has driftwood. I only warmed 1 cube. I put this in my laundry room. It was all right. It didn't wow me to the point where I'd buy more, so I'll finish this one up. It was okay. I think it was a medium duration, medium throw, medium strength, everything medium. But yeah, it was all right. Next we have Csun and Fun. So Csun and Fun, I warmed in my open concept space. I warmed up 4 cubes. And basically it's kind of a combo scent where it has some saltwater scents, some floral, and it has orange and lily petals and amber. Lisa Roberry described it as sunscreen. I can see that a little bit. There were times where I really, really liked it and times where I didn't know if I liked it. It was all right. I feel like I'm kind of being negative here, but we'll get to some good ones. But for me, it was okay. I think I'll be okay with the 4 cubes that I have. It was, I would say, medium to strong in its throw and strength. Yeah, so anything that I kind of thought was strong on cold, I put in my open concept space. Okay, Bamboo Yuzu was one that I did not warm because I warmed through a whole bar. I think it was last month or the month before. And this was one I wasn't sure about, but I really ended up liking it. A really fresh, clean green scent. Has bamboo and lotus flower and yuzu and hints of sage. I'm glad I have another bar. This would be great for the springtime. So yes, I'll be, I might hold on to that until next spring. Okay, so let's go on to the floral category. So I have, the first one I warmed was Bora Blossom. I warmed through 2 cubes in my bedroom. And this has basically island fruits, orchid, and violet leaf. This one was average for me. And it lasts, I mean, florals don't tend to last super long time, but it wasn't, you know, I think I had it in for a little bit, and I would say scent appeal out of 10 maybe was like a 6 on cold and warmed. But I mean, it's a beautiful color. Look at the color. I can see why it comes back. It's not too floral. It's a nice combo by having the fruits added. It's nice. So I will finish that up, and I will be happy with that. Okay, here we have fresh cut daisies. I warmed through 4 cubes in my open concept space because I found this was fairly strong on cold. You know, sometimes when I smell things and I'm not sure about them, I start laughing. So if you ever notice that when I start laughing, that's sometimes not a good sign. But this really impressed me. I like this a lot better than I thought I was going to. It basically is grass, clover, daisies, buttercups, and ivy. And this is strong. So if you're wanting a strong scent, and it's like a floral plus other stuff, but it's very strong on the daisy. I think it'd be interesting to warm beach daisy, like do a combo, but yeah, this is nice. I'm not going to reorder it, but just because I have some other ones that I like more, but this did do better than I thought, so yes. Okay, now we're going to talk about Zen Garden. Zen Garden is described as honeydew, freesia, and water lotus. So I kind of put this in my floral category because to me it's like a soft floral. But it's like a spa-like scent. It's very calming. I can see why a lot of people like this one. If you really, really like mild fragrances, but you can still smell them, and you don't want to be like breathing in and like, you know, oh, that's too heavy. This is just a nice scent, and it lasted a long time. I did not warm through any of this bar because I warmed through a bar last month. But yes, I'm glad I have this bar as my backup. Okay, so let's move on. We are going to talk about bakery. So I have a few that I said were in the bakery category. So just recently I warmed through, and you can't really see the yellow the greatest, but it's lemon coconut chiffon, and I warmed through 3 cubes in my son's room and bathroom. Okay, on cold, I feel like it's getting stronger as the days go by, but on cold, this reminds me a little bit of popcorn, and I think I did hear someone say that. And I don't like to watch a lot of YouTube videos about reviews and things like that because I want to try to keep my opinions like untainted, I guess. But I don't know if I heard that and it planted the seed in my head, but yes, it smells like buttered popcorn at first. And okay, originally the scent threw very strong, and I said to my daughter, you have to keep that door closed because I don't want the buttered popcorn's smell mixing with, what did I have going? Oh gosh, I can't even remember, but they did not mix well together. But anyway, so after when I woke up, so it was many hours, I woke up, the buttered popcorn smell was gone. Okay, and now this is the weird part. I swear I was standing in the room, and it smelled like a really, really mild milk chocolate with coconut. I'm like, I do not know why I'm getting this, but it was almost like a 2-tiered fragrance, so like strong and then low. This was not one that I really enjoyed very much, and I know a lot of people love it, and I always feel bad if you say something against a fragrance because there's always so many people that love it, and you don't want to kind of, you know, alienate them. So of course, if you love this fragrance, I'm sorry, but for me, it's a pass. And I didn't find it, maybe it didn't last as long as some of the others, so I kind of thought that was a downer. Okay, here's a good one. This one lasted a long time. Cherry clove chutney. It's basically Bing cherries, cloves, and cinnamon. Okay, I felt like this one would never go away, but I really, really liked it, so I kind of wanted it to stay around. I had this in for a few days, and eventually I took it out. But yes, I will be ordering more of this, and you'll see that coming up in my haul. It's a really nice fall fragrance, and some people might think cherries and be like a little bit scared. No, it's really nice. It's really nice. I would say give it a shot, and unless you really detest cherries, maybe give it a shot. It lasts a long time, very nice fragrance, and I'm a member on some local swap pages, and people are looking for that, so Anyway, that might be a sign. Okay, next we have Buckleberry. This was probably one of the earlier ones that I warmed. Buckleberry is basically berries and coffee cake. And I would like to get an extra one of these. Okay, the only problem was I had Hemingway warming in another area, and that sometimes I found they mingled, but man, it was fairly strong. I would say 8 out of 10 for throw, maybe 8 out of 10 for you know, intensity. And I think it lasted about 3 days. So this is a solid performer. And the good thing about Bring Back My Bars is typically if, you know, customers and consultants vote back bars, they're typically going to be either great scents, great performers, or both. So probably can't go wrong taking a gamble on most of them. But yes, I highly recommend Buckleberry. It's a great one, great for fall, great for August, September, maybe early October. If you like berries and like, okay, so blonde moment here. I said, I don't really know what a buckleberry is. So I think what they're getting at was the berries. And do you know what a buckle is when I think they put like berries and then the stuff on top? I mean, there's so many different things. There's like crisps and, you know, buckles and Betty's and all this thing. But I'm pretty sure that's where they went with the buckleberry. So more like berries, and then the crumbly coffee cake is kind of acting as the buckle part of it. So anyway, hopefully no one noticed that in my last video. Okay, really like that one. Okay, Sweet Plum Pastry. Now this one I did not warm because I warmed through a bar about 2 months ago. Yeah, this is a really good performer. I really enjoy Sweet Plum Pastry. I told everyone to pick up a bar early in the month and then warm through it, and if you liked it, pick up more. Because this is such a fan favorite, and you know, you really want to see how you like it, because not everybody likes it, but most people like it. You just want to see how it performs in your house, and if you like it, if you do like it, stock up. So I think I read somewhere that if something wins Bring Back My Bars, I think it's not eligible for voting for 2 full Bring Back My Bars sessions. So that would be, you know, it would be about 1.5 years before it could come back, if my math is correct. Okay, let's go on to the fruity category. Fruity. Okay, I have this warming right now, Yuzu Dragon. Yuzu Dragon is guava, nectarine, dragon fruit, and yuzu. So it's a very, it reminds me if you took Camo and mixed it with like Paradise Punch. That's what it reminds me of, because Camo has like a little bit of that exotic fruit, and that's what this has, but it has a very like tropical fruit punchy scent. I really liked it on cold. It did go down for me on warm a bit. I'm not sure, like sometimes I think the bars that you really love on cold, you get kind of hyped up and you think these are going to be great, and then sometimes they're not as great as you thought. So that's kind of what happened here. You know, it's dying down quite a bit and maybe not as long lasting, but you know, it is a fruit scent, so that could be why. Anyway, I think I'm okay with, I was originally thinking I would buy more of that, but I think I'm okay with what I've got. Grape Granita. Okay, Trevor, I tried really hard. Trevor is one of my subscribers, and this is one of his favorite scents. But after a while, I said, I'm going to take this out because I don't want my house smelling like a grape popsicle. So this is very grape popsicle-like, but basically it is described as grape, pineapple, and honeysuckle. So I don't get pineapple. Pineapple's probably just there to like heighten the grape note, and honeysuckle I really don't get at all. So if you read this and you love grape, but you're scared about the floral, I would say don't worry about the floral. If you know, I didn't pick it up, so hopefully you wouldn't either. And I think it's just blended in there and you can barely detect it's there, but it's very strong on the grape and it lasts a long time. So if you like grape, pick it up. How are we doing? Okay. The next we have is Watermelon Mint. So Watermelon Mint, to me it's one of the lighter scents. It's basically watermelon and mint. It kind of reminds me of the Pioneer Woman. I think one time there was an episode where she took watermelon and then, it wasn't mint, it was lime zest she put with it. She cut these little tiny watermelon slices and put lime zest. But anyway, I suppose you could do that if you wanted to. You could cut up mint into tiny little pieces. But Anyway, sorry, I got off on a little tangent. Anyway, there is another Scentsy consultant named Tom, and he has a channel, and he's great. He's always making fun of the fact that his videos are so long, but he loves this. He stocked up, and I'm going to let Tom have quite a bit of watermelon mint. I'm not going to be picking up any more. This is plenty for me. I found it kind of light, a little bit too light for my taste, but I did warm it in my bonus room, and sometimes my bonus room gets really hot, and like with the peach and white amber, that scent did not do well in the bonus room. So I am going to give watermelon mint another shot in another room, and I'm hoping that I like it better in another room. But yes, Tom loves this, so I don't even want to tell you how many bars he picked up. You'll have to check out his channel to see. Okay, I gotta hurry it up. There's still a bit more to go through. We have Blackberry Meringue. This is one of the earlier bars that I warmed. It's blackberry, sugared fig, black plum, and ground spice. Yeah, this is pretty good. It's a very complicated scent. Complex but lovely. You know, it wasn't my absolute favorite, but I will be picking up more. I warmed 2 cubes up in my bedroom, and it did last a fairly long time. So yeah, I would say medium in terms of intensity, and like it's very soft when you open the clamshell, but I think it kicks up a notch when warmed, so this is nice. I'm not sure if it should be called Blackberry Meringue, because meringue to me is kind of like a fluffy, you know, billowy confection. I don't know if I get that, but it's definitely a complicated scent. But yes, you can smell a tiny bit of spice in there too. I will be picking up another bar of this. Okay, so this is one of those bars that I didn't really think I was gonna like. It just kind of was there, and I really, really liked it, and I only ordered 1 cube. Can you guess what it is? It's a banana berry. And I did watch Lisa Roberry's video about Bring Back My Bars, and she described this as almost like a childlike scent. So it's basically banana cream and strawberries. And I remember thinking to myself, yeah, whatever. But I put this in my laundry room, just 1 cube, and it lasted and lasted and lasted. This was a really strong performer. And what happened was it changed and it changed its notes. So by the end, it was kind of more of like that creamy note, like it was just so nice. And it was almost like a mild marshmallow with like a little bit of fruit. It was so nice. I will be stocking up on this. I love this. And yes, banana berry. Kind of a surprise. And I think sometimes those are the best, the Scentsy surprises. We are going to wrap things up. We have 2 more categories. And they are basically, and the reason I thought of this was I was picturing Family Feud, and I was picturing like, you know, like they're like, today we have the cologne family, and then we're like, and then we have the perfume family. So it's almost like this collection is a bit heavy on those kind of scents, and I find those kind of scents are very personal. So you're either gonna love them or hate them, and I can sit here and tell you what I think about them, but unless you smell them, you may not know, or unless you try them. So sometimes if there is a consultant that is local to you, I would suggest you contact them and see if they have any bars or testers to smell. It never hurts to try. But let's go for the cologne family. Okay, so the first guy on Family Feud is always usually like the leader of the group. So we're gonna give that to Hemingway, because this is strong. It's like the grandfather of the cologne family. Oh my gosh. Okay, this is a ripe apples, sandalwood, cedar, and hints. It says hints of spice. To me, I didn't really get that on cold, but man, it is spicy. It is strong. This blows you out of the house. This is probably one of the strongest fragrances I've smelled in a long time. It's like that cranky guy on Family Feud that's the grandfather. Anyway, strong, very strong. I will not be reordering, but for people that love Hemingway, everything else would probably seem mild in comparison. So if you're looking for a strong scent, go with that. Okay, Zephyr. Zephyr is kind of like, to me, it's like a bit of a deodorant, vibrant smell. What does it say? It says French lavender, suede, and rich woods. So yeah, it smells like It smells like Menon Speed Stick, which is nice. Not my favorite. I do love manly scents, but this is not my favorite. But yeah, it's one of those ones that, you know, I like it. I don't love it. It's, you know, it's good. Okay, let's talk about business casual. So this one is one that I did not warm because I warmed through my other bar. So I did have some that I was able to double up. And I thought to myself, I think I'm smelling it better. So once I doubled up, I could smell it better. And my husband said, he came home and he said, our house smells like a hotel. And I said, oh, that's not good. Hotels don't smell good. He goes, no, this is a classy hotel. So that was when I had that business casual going, like during my last video. I was wrapping things up, and yes, it really kind of kicked up, and I kept it in for a while. I mean, I still couldn't smell it the greatest, but I could smell it better. So anyway, I'm probably going to just stick with this bar, but I may order another one just because my husband liked it so much. Okay, and the last bar in the cologne family is Woodland Suede. And at first I warmed this 2 cubes in Zephyr. I warmed 3 cubes. I warmed 2 cubes in my bonus room, and this lasted and lasted. This was a great performer, like I'm talking great. And I really, really like the scent. So yes, I'll be picking up another bar of this. It's basically red oak, smoky cedar, musk, and winter lemon. So yes, because it performed so well there, I think I'm just gonna pick up another bar. And it's kind of like a cologne scent, but it's like the guy in the family that doesn't have to try too hard. You know, he's that good, reliable brother in the family. You can call him up if your car breaks down, that kind of guy. And he probably has jumper cables in the back, but he also has, like, I don't know, something rugged in the back, like he's got a truck. Anyway, Woodland Suede. All right, the women, let's go with the women. We have 4 more bars to go through, or 5 I think actually. Sedona Sunset. My daughter warmed 2 cubes in her bedroom. She picked this one, which I was surprised. To me it's very strong. It is desert lily, vanilla orchid, coconut milk, and jasmine. This is a bit too strong. She found it a bit too strong when she had it in her room. So it is strong, and it's one of those scents that you're probably either gonna really like it or really not. For me, it was just okay. I'll stick with what I have, but if you want a strong scent and you like jasmine, there's a lot of jasmine in this, and a little bit of other florals. I don't really smell coconut milk, so anyway. The next we have is Silhouette. Silhouette was very light on cold. It's basically heliotrope, orange blossoms, lavender, and patchouli. Loved this one. Loved it way more than I thought it was going to. And boy did it last. And it's not very, very strong. It's probably like a medium, even medium to low, but man, it just ticks along. And it's such a nice fragrance. It's such a nice background, pleasant fragrance. If you are scared of patchouli, I really wouldn't be too worried. I don't smell like a ton of patchouli, but everything just mixes really nice. So highly recommend Silhouette. White Sands. Another light scent. It has jasmine, coconut milk, and rice. And you're thinking, oh, rice, but rice makes everything nice. Maybe that should be our new motto. This was very pleasant. I feel like you can't kill this. It just keeps going and going. The people that like White Sands, it's probably because it's really reliable, but it's a really nice background fragrance, kind of like Silhouette in the sense that it's really nice and pleasant, but very different, more mild. So if you like mild scents, that almost like if you warmed this, people wouldn't really necessarily know that you were trying too hard with like a very bold fragrance, but they would just think your house smelled really nice. So, and maybe not the greatest for an open concept space, maybe for bedrooms or bathrooms, but on that note, coconut flower. I found coconut flower is somewhat similar to White Sands, but maybe a bit stronger. Where am I? It's basically cardamom, caraway. Oh, sorry. Never mind. That's not the right one. Where is it? Oh, here it is. Tropical blossoms, pineapple, and coconut milk. So, it's almost like a floral perfumey. With the coconut kind of dampens that down, and the pineapple makes it kind of a little bit vibrant. Yeah, I like this one. I'll be ordering this, I'll be ordering this, and I'll be ordering this. Okay, so I loved all three of those. That's probably good because I'm a girl. Okay, so the last one I put in its own category, and I have a whole bar to myself because guess what? I found a tester of Marshmallow Mint. This was not on my radar at all. It is Buttermint, Marshmallow, and Amber. I don't really smell amber. This is really nice. Love, 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 love it. I am stockpiling this. This is probably my favorite. I think it beats Banana Berry. Every time I walked, I warmed this tester in my bedroom because I'm, as you know, I'm trying to get rid of testers. So I did this probably right around when Tester Tuesday was just starting. But yes, I will be getting quite a few bars of this, and I know it comes back on occasion, so I'm not going to be too stressed out if I don't have too many bars. I'm going to try to be a little bit, contain myself. But my next order, I have a lot of host credits and half-price items. So that's the great thing about being a consultant. You can earn things for less. Like you can get bars for less and things like that. So it's really nice. So anyway, that is it. So please let me know what bars, how you've been making out, if you received any of these bars yet, and what your thoughts are. And I don't mind if your thoughts are totally different from mine. We can all be respectful of everyone's opinions and interact. It's good. It's just wax, so it's nothing to get stressed out about. So this video will probably be going up late Sunday or early Monday, and then the next day will be Tester Tuesday. So I hope you have a great day in your neck of the woods. I hope you found some of this video helpful. Take care, and I will see you in the next video.